of having a phone is the Find My app, which Mom insists on using to make sure I don't get kidnapped. Or stop for ice cream. It's Mint Chip Day, I say. As much as I hate to interrupt Mint Chip Day, Mom says, and I can hear the smile in her voice. It's family game night. I need you home, okay? I guess that's one other downside to finally having a phone. Mom can always call to force me to leave Saskia and go hang out with Harrison, a.k.a. Harris Stinks. Every Friday used to be family game night. We'd order pizza and play Monopoly. My big brother George would always let me have the lucky race car, but be a real sore loser about it when I bought his favorite hotels. Mom would then sneak up for the win as we argued. The winner, always Mom, would get to pick our movie for the night, and she'd make us watch something that sounded super dumb but would turn out to be great. But 2 years ago, Mom started dating Harrison, and I got to kiss family game night goodbye. It became family game night plus Harrison and his boring daughter Linnea, who always ends up ruining it. Harris Stinks is a science teacher, and having him over for game nights feels exactly like inviting Ms. Albright to my living room to teach me more about negative numbers. Last time, he spent the whole night telling us about some lesson he was planning to teach on the phases of the moon and the shifting constellations, which made even Monopoly boring. On the rare occasions he's not talking about space, and seriously, they're rare, he's joining forces with Mom to try and make me bond with Linnea. Harrison doesn't even live in New York. He lives in some random town in Connecticut, which means they have to take a long train ride to come ruin our Friday tradition. That's how determined he is. I don't get why Mom invites him. Soggy cardboard is funnier than his jokes. Ever since he started coming around, I've done my best to skip family game night, but Mom always sees right through my attempts. But Mom, start heading home right now, Autumn, she says sternly. I have a special announcement today, and I don't want you to be late. I sit up straighter, curiosity spiking through me again. What is it? Maybe she broke up with Harris Stinks. She could do so much better than a boyfriend so boring, he needed to go all the way to space to try and find a personality. I'll tell you when you get here, Mom says. Hurry. She says goodbye and hangs up. I have to head home, I say as I carefully fold the map, and Saskia's shoulders slump. Mom says she has a special announcement. Saskia and I leave the ice cream store and cross the street to the subway entrance. Outside, it smells like city summer. Hot garbage and chocolate ice cream. The air gets hotter and stuffier as we go down the stairs to the subway platform. Saskia crosses her fingers at me. Maybe the announcement is that your mom broke up with Harris Stinks. I laugh. Saskia and I are always on the same wavelength, like our thoughts are written in our eyes in a language only the two of us can read. That's what I'm hoping. I hate Harrison. And not just because he's the most boring person I've ever met in my entire life. Boyfriends aren't supposed to be a thing for moms. Before Harrison came along, Mom spent all her free time with George and me. Family game night was just the three of us, making the rules exactly the way we like them to be. Saturdays were for cool art projects and exploring our neighborhood. And every evening after school, we'd have dinner as a family. And George would teach me and Mom new recipes he found after scouring his collection of cookbooks. Now, most of the weekend is Mom posting the emergency phone numbers on the fridge before she waltzes out the door to go on a date, leaving George to watch me. Boyfriends are supposed to be for my friends, who keep asking each other, "Who do you like?" during Truth or Dare at sleepovers, and carefully track who's asking out who. I always pretend to have a crush on Tim Walton, even though I don't really care about him that much. It just feels easier to pretend I like a boy than try to explain why I still have...